So Steve, how's the injury first of all?
Yeah, fit. I'd have been. I think I'd have been in the squad for Wednesday. I took a knock in training, and it was pretty swollen and bruised. So I went for an X-ray and a scan, and did a lot of work with Wes, and I was fine. So I was looking forward to the game and being back involved. So disappointing that it was called off.
So even more keen to be involved Saturday then?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I just want to get back training now and get back to playing games. So yeah, looking forward to it and get back out on that training ground.
So 24 games gone. Is 11th about right?
I think so. Yeah, I think you know, everyone says the table doesn't lie, and we got off to a bad start, and we seem to have found a bit of form at the moment. Not a great result against Mansfield, but I think if we can go another 11 games without defeat, we're going to be in and around it. So, you know, it's just one of the things that now and again you might need that result just to give yourselves a little kick up the backside to kick on again.
In terms of having played everybody, would Chesterfield be one of the best sides you played?
I think so. I think we caught them at a good time. They were flying at the time. You know, they had probably a fully fit squad, and it was a difficult game. And yeah, they were very good. So, and even them, they've stumbled of late. So, you know, it's we don't fear anyone in the division, and we'll go into Saturday looking for them 3 points as we always do.
Yeah, they've drawn quite a few lately. So sides must have worked out how to stifle them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think they're missing a couple of key players as well. But like I say, this division it's tight, and anyone can beat anyone. So we'll be looking to do the same Saturday.
I suppose the thing, if you're going to put another run together, is you have to get some results against sides towards the top as well as sides towards the bottom. Yeah,
of course. I mean, yeah, I think if you look at our record in the last few years, we've played really well against the teams at the top of the division, and Chesterfield Saturday's going to be the same. You know, I think subconsciously it may be easier to get yourselves up for the games with the top teams, because you know it's going to be a tough game. You know they're going to come and they're going to be good, and you're going to have to be on your game. So it's just going to be one of them games Saturday where we'll be all out ready to go.
And in terms of the home form, people have seen the fact that you've struggled to win. You haven't lost many, but you've struggled to win. Is it in the second half of the season about turning some of those draws into wins to help the away form, which has been excellent?
Yeah, well, I think most teams, if you ask them to base the season on the home form, getting results at home and then picking up the points away. But this season we seem to have picked more points up away from home than at home. So we'll be looking to turn that around, but not take anything away from our away performances as well. So it's one of them things that you can never really put your finger on. I think teams come up here now and to us and set up a different way and make it difficult for us, and try and catch us on the break. And we've not really played as well as we can do second half. It's always seems to have been, from what I've seen, a game or two halves where we've dominated, then other teams come back into it. So that'll be something we'll be looking to rectify, that getting the game done in 90 minutes and the performance levels for the 90 minutes.
Might be a small thing too. The last 3 home games you played down the slope in the first half, whereas Russell Penn's always said you prefer to play down the slope in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I was captain against Hartlepool, and there was wind, there was driving rain, and our form hadn't been great at home. So I thought if I change it round, then if we can get a lead, then we can hang on to it, or you know, kick on second half, and the plan worked. I think we were 2-0 up at half time. It was 1-0 up after 4 or 5 minutes. So I was thinking, yeah, this is working. And then second half, it was just exactly the same barrage again, and Hartlepool came into it. But yeah, it was one of the things. I turned it round, and I think after that, I think Jamie was captain, and he lost the toss, so they changed it round. So Hartlepool was my little plan, which worked for 45 minutes. But yeah, I don't know what's happened after that with Jamie.
And just lastly, about the slope in inverted commas, is there any material impact in that? Because if you do stand at the LMI, you are looking slightly up, but you know, some players might say, well, it's the same for both teams.
I don't know. I don't think so. You know, there may be some stats about it. I don't know, somewhere along the line. But I think as a player, you don't really. I don't personally take much interest in which half we kick to. Russ has always had this thing about kicking downhill second half, but for me personally, it doesn't bother me which way I kick. So as long as we get them 3 points, so yeah, it's nothing bothers me like that.
Great.
Steve, you played 17 games this season, which isn't bad at the halfway stage, but obviously you were ever present last year. It's not been quite as consistent, has it? But there's still plenty of games left for you to get a decent total.
Yeah, obviously, bit disappointed. Picked up a couple of little injuries, which, looking at it, I suppose if you put it all into perspective, it's not too bad at all, really. Taking into last season into consideration, but yeah, I want to kick on now and try and get as many games in now to the end of the season as possible. So that's what I'll be looking to do, and I'll be jumping out of the way of some fierce tackles from the centre halves in training the next few weeks.
I was going to say, has Connor Goldson apologised because he was his rival for the place?
Yeah, I said to him I was exactly the same when I was a young lad, running around booting all the other centre halves. But yeah, it was honest tackle. It happens in training sometimes. It was just unlucky that it was me. But yeah, he's a good lad. He's fine. I'll do a bit of work with him after training and that now and again. So yeah, he's here now. He's turned up. So yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
And what sort of stuff have you been doing with him then? Because obviously you know a thing or two about playing centre half. So
yeah, I've just been doing some heading, some work on his clearances, heading and that. So yeah, I mean, if the lads do a bit extra in shooting and that, the gaffer just says we're checking for a few headers and clearances and that, and I'm just giving him a bit of advice really. Working on his weaker foot because he's playing left side centre half while I'm at the team, so you know he needs to work on that left foot. And just little bits of advice really, positional sense, and just tell him to try and get as consistent as soon as possible, and then he will have a good career in the game.
Yeah, what have you made of the games you have seen of him since you pitched up your injury?
Yeah, I didn't see him at Fleetwood, but by all accounts he was very good. Yeah, he looks solid. He looks very composed on the ball. Pick a pass. He's playing a bit out of position really, left side, but yeah, he looks like if he progresses, he'll do really well.
Yeah, and it's a good little battle now between the three of you to get the two places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless the manager decides to do what Mansfield did and play all three of you.
Yeah, I think yeah, it'd be strange. I've not played that for a few years, for three at the back, but yeah, who knows? Yeah, I mean, you've got to adapt to all situations. If the gaffer feels he needs to play three with the wing backs pushing on, then so be it. But yeah, I've not done it yet, but yeah, it's good competition. Me, Troy, and Connor. So long may that continue.
Yeah, cheers, Steve.
Yeah, cheers, John.